Okay, welcome back. I'm going to continue my previews for this upcoming season for the Los Angeles Kings. So this past draft, they had the 21st overall pick. They would trade with Montreal, so Michael Hage, who is from Chicago of the USHL. He has now made his way to Montreal, and I'm sure if or if LA got a pick, maybe they was further down, or maybe they just didn't have a first round pick. But either way, I don't think they're really too concerned about whether or not they have enough talent because they are a good team. This past season, they've had a record of 44, 27, and 11. They had 99 points. At home, they were 22, 12, and 7, and on the road, they were 22, 15, and 4. So with both the road and the home schedules, they were still above 500, even with the overtime / shootout losses. So they are a very good team. There's no question, and no ands, ifs, or buts about it. The only problem with LA is for 3 straight years, they've been the number 3 seed, and they've taken on Edmonton, and all 3 of those series, they would come out on the losing effort. 2022 Game 7, 2023 Game 6, and this past postseason in 5 games. So it seems like they've taken one step back every single time they would make the postseason. So I'm just going to go through the roster, and we'll see who's still there and who has left. So the first person is Victor Arvidsson. He has left to ironically go and play in Edmonton. The funny thing is that actually I'll have to talk about this when I do my Edmonton previews. I don't want to spoil anything just yet. But yeah, Victor Arvidsson is now a member of the Edmonton Oilers. Quentin Byfield has re-signed, and that was a big re-signing for the Los Angeles Kings. They definitely needed him back on their team. Philippe Deneau has 3 years remaining on his contract. Pierre-Luc Dubois has been traded to the Washington Capitals in favor of Darcy Kemper, so it's like a 1-for-1 deal. Kevin Fiala still has 5 years remaining on his contract. Carl Grundstrom is no longer on the team. I believe he has signed elsewhere. As well as Arthur Kaliev. He's not on the roster as we speak, so he has definitely signed with another team. Adrian Kempe has 2 more years left to go on his contract. The captain, Anze Kopitar, his contract did expire this past season, but he has signed a 2-year, $7 million contract. And you can see how he made $10 million that last year, and now he's making $7 million this year. So it just goes to show that he cares more about his team than he does about making bank. Alex Lafreniere is still there. He is on the last year of his contract coming up. Trevor Lewis has re-signed with the Los Angeles Kings, so he will be coming back for another season. Blake Lizotte has left. I know I did look at his name on another team, so he is no longer a member of the Kings. Trevor Moore has 4 years remaining on his deal. And that's it when it comes to the forwards for this particular list. Now we'll look at the defense. So Mikey Anderson is still there. He's got 7 years remaining on his deal. Drew Doughty has 3 more years left to go on his contract. Where are we? Andreas Englund, he is on this list. Yep. So he has 1 more year left to go on his deal. Vladislav Garakov has another year left to go on his contract. Matt Roy, I believe, has signed with another team. And Jordan Spence has re-signed with the LA Kings. They only have a handful of defensemen from this particular list left over from from last season. Alrighty, and then when it comes to the goaltending, we'll see who they got. So Phoenix Copley, he is still a member of the Los Angeles Kings. David Riddick is still a member of the Los Angeles Kings, and I believe Cam Talbot has left. I can't remember the team that he signed with, but he has gone. For LA, as I mentioned before, when they traded Dubois, they do have Darcy Kemper. So Darcy Kemper could potentially be their number 1 goalie. If not, they do have Phoenix Copley to possibly lean on, and David Riddick has a little bit of experience. So between the 3 of those goalies, I'm sure somebody's able to handle a little bit of the load. So for this upcoming year, 2024, 2025, as I talked about with the Vegas Golden Knights, I think it's going to come down to either LA or Vegas who's going to get that number 3 spot. I'm almost 100% certain that I'm pretty sure Edmonton and Vancouver have the top 2 spots unless both those teams regress this upcoming season. So it's going to leave the 3rd spot as a question mark. Vegas could get in, LA could get in, but also both these teams could also get in. And just like this past year, LA could get the number 3 spot, Vegas could get the wild card, or vice versa. LA could get the third spot. Vegas could get the wild card. Whatever it is. I think I already said that. Sorry, but either way, you get the point. That is very possible that we could have 5 teams from the Pacific Division make it into the playoffs, and therefore I would say LA and Vegas should both get in. If only 4 teams get in, then I would probably say they could still work that out again, but it's going to be tough. There's no guarantees in hockey other than injuries and suspensions and sometimes penalties. But joking aside, I think LA is still going to be competitive, but I don't know if they're ever going to get to that point where they're going to have home ice in the first round of the postseason, because I just think they're going to be a number 3 seed at best or a wild card team at best. So they should be competitive, but I don't think they're running away with that division. I don't think they're going to get the division crown, if I'm going to be completely honest. Alrighty, that takes care of LA's recap, LA's preview, I should say, for this upcoming season. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Until next time, and as always, take care.